Well, hello. Welcome to Sunday. Hope everybody's had a nice day, nice weekend. Hope you're all not sobbing like I am that tomorrow is Monday and the week starts afresh. Uh, how did I get to Dragon Week? Where is everyone? Reichland. Apparently there's a warband in the inevitable city. I mean, they'll get there eventually, but it seems a bit early. Um, but yes, welcome to tonight's stream. We are going to try and make some headway on the Magus on his journey to level 40. So hopefully... No, it's crashed. Wonderful. Game just doesn't like me going to the Empire versus Chaos zones. That's it. Come on. There you go. No, not the Disciple of Cain. The Magus. There we go. Yes, hopefully tonight we'll get some open world stuff done. It won't all just be slumming it in scenarios. It's difficult to know what you're going to get over the last week with when it comes to ORVR, but we shall persevere. We'll see what we can come up with. Rank watch, apparently. I think there were some fisticuffs on the go here. Interesting. Ah, there's still fisticuffs on the go. I mean, I'm mad for chasing him, like. Absolutely mad. Means he's probably going to kill me. Yoo-hoo, we got one. Death the witch hunters. Hooray for the Magus. That's what I'm taking from that. Insane levels of parry does nothing for you against the mighty Magus stats that'll tick for 100 damage at a time. All witch hunters fear it. So I hear anyway. They've got a little union called the Witch Hunters Union of Fancy Hats. And they all say that they fear the Magus. Now, I'm going to do something stupid. I'm going to try and go to Schwenderhall Manor. Because I'm stupid. And because I'm going to get stabbed to death by going to Schwenderhall Manor. But the scouting quest demands that I go to Schwenderhall Manor. So we'll just have to do it. I don't make the rules. Don't even follow the rules half the time, but I don't make them. That used to be the old Annihilator helmet. And the old Invader helmet. Thank God that they changed them back in the day. It was so weird to get the tier 4 and you're like, oh, I'm getting new armor sets. Oh, here's one. Looks like a thing that you had back in Tier 2. Thanks. Oh, I'm now at renown rank 50 something. I'm going to get something really cool now. Oh, here's another thing that looks like it's from Tier 2. Well, well, well. Look who I have discovered. Loranga is here, carrying supplies. Everywhere you go. That's real fine pair. He says he's doing it for the good of the realm and to beef up the keeps. I don't believe him. I think he's doing it for the juicy free renown. I thought I joined scenarios. I think I'm going mad. Just the northern stuff now. Oh, I hit 42 yesterday. I don't remember hitting 42 yesterday, but there we are. I was wondering why that was down so low. It's like I'm fairly sure that was further across. What's that? Shadow Warrior. Like, there's destruction around, but outside of those witch hunters and that Shadow Warrior, I'm not really seeing any order. This is the part that always worries me. You'll always get a witch hunter sitting up there somewhere. And I'm like a tasty treat on a silver tray. %41 through this level, so hopefully get 37 tonight. Hopefully. That's not a guarantee at this point, unfortunately. can feel beady little witch hunter eyes staring at me. Sizing me up. Approving of my fancy hat. Worried that it outshines their own. Nicodemus Snur. There's times I'm mounted on this disc and it doesn't feel like it's given me 50% increased movement speed. And then there's other times where it feels like it's quicker than 50%. And it's a really difficult thing to try and quantify. It just feels slower. Like this point feels slower than it was when we were going south.
Your destiny awaits. A chance to do good.
46% now. Oh, I was right. There was beady little eyes on me because someone's taken it back. I don't really want to be running around constantly just doing scouting quests. But I don't think there's anybody around. And there's not that many in Dragon Week. Ah, it's because of the Land of the Dead. It's just like a zone control thing, isn't it? Or at least I think that's what I heard the new mechanic is for it. So yeah, scouting quest here.
Excellent. This is how you can serve.
Ah, okay. That's a worrying sign that there's one of them lying there. And there's the reason it's a worrying sign. Ooh, 3,900 renown for him. What a pose to be stuck in. Poor Magus's knees are going to be wrecked. Ah, okay. Might give it a try next weekend if it's on. I take it the dungeon's still there for you to get the tyrant armor. Or is it just like an armor set reward in Land of Dead now? Ah, okay. So is the tyrant set just gone completely then? Ah, okay. I always liked the tyrant armor set. I thought it looked pretty cool. Well, for the Magus anyway. To be honest, I remember Lost Field being buggy as anything back when it was in the original game, so I'd hate to be the guys trying to retro engineer it to get it working. And Dark Promise was never the most thrilling armor set anyway, so I'd imagine they've probably not bothered prioritizing it. Oh yeah, probably. That's the thing, like back when it first came out, like it really was a good alternative for some folks because they just didn't have an option for um, they didn't have an option for anything else really. Because the alternative was Conquerors, and it was difficult enough. Trying to get a hold of it. Oh yeah, it was quite basic. Like the Land of the Dead one, I remember it was quite tricky. But like Lost Field, all those other ones were generally pretty straightforward. Like the main thing that I remember being the problem with Lost Field was its bugginess. Like the spider boss was notoriously buggy, and Carrie was quite buggy. Um, that was usually the worst side of it. That and the fact that the gear that you're after never ever dropped. We did them back in the day primarily because, as a smaller guild, um, you weren't always able to get um, high enough up the rolls to get the Conqueror stuff. So if you wanted to try and progress your sets, your only real option was to go for Dark Promise. Like for the longest time, I used a mix of Dark Promise and Sentinel. Um, and then I just started getting Conqueror and Invader pieces, so I switched over to that. Ah, nice. As a Magus, I don't think I ever three-manned anything. I think we ran them once with 4? Maybe it was 5? Land of the Dead. Land of the Dead was a nightmare. It took us so many attempts to get it down. And then, even when we did, as a 6-man group, we were the only group in the guild at the time that was able to clear it for probably about a week or so. And then as we were sort of letting everybody know, it was just a case of people started to get it down here and there. It was different, I think, was its biggest plus point. It was kind of what a lot of people expected most of the maps were gonna be, as in just fully RVR. Like there was no PvE area as such. Um, and it kind of rewarded the PvP side of things. It's one of those things, it's like a lot of the stuff is probably quite difficult for them to get at all of it. And I would imagine it probably wasn't in the best state whenever they found it. So they have to just sort of do what they can, because the problem with a free game like this is if it's really buggy, you'll drive more people away from it and you won't be able to get them back because they'll just say, oh, it's that fan-made thing that's super buggy. So I suppose from that side of things they have to be doubly careful. Oh. We're fighting the keep in Reichland, apparently. I think we're going to hop, skip, and jump our way that way now.
Do you seek advancement? I have a task for you.
I'm still really surprised that EA haven't come back to this in the modern era and revitalized it. Because Games Workshop likes money, EA likes money. Most customers these days seem to like re-released older games. It just feels like there's something here for them to make money off, and it's weird that they're not even thinking about it. And I think I remember having this discussion a while back. Um, oh, order all at the door. We're on the inner door. That's why. Um, it just feels really weird that there's not something for this game. Like, I think the stats there the other week was there was like 900 odd people playing. Like, there's enough here for a full server to run 24/7. Like, that means that there's money there on the table. It's just weird to me that they just don't seem interested. Like, it's just bizarre. And that's probably a Games Workshop thing more than anything, but yeah. I don't know. I would always like to have seen as well what a proper um, what a proper expansion to this game would have looked like. Because I know Land of the Dead was officially classed as an expansion, but I'm thinking more like the likes of a Burning Crusade or Wrath of the Lich King that World of Warcraft got. What they could have done, whether it was a case of add another race to each faction or new class, what they would have done for a new zone, how they would have implemented. I'd have just loved to have seen that kind of information to see what they would have done. Because you know that they would have had it all planned. Like, and I know there was a thing about vampire counts or something. I think the guys reused some of the assets for it for the Halloween event, but yeah. Ah, okay. Didn't know that. That's pretty sad. And OGW were pretty annoyed about it, because they had been sold the idea that it was going to help revitalise Warhammer Fantasy. It was going to bring huge numbers of people to the hobby and this, that and the other. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like the Warhammer IP, when it's done right, has a lasting appeal, and this game got a lot of Warhammer right. Like the art style, the sort of the sly comedy, dark humor. Like it's all there, and it's all right. Like feels right in a lot of the stuff, which is what appeals to a lot of people. Yeah. Like even the little things like the NPCs that you walk past and you hear their conversations, or the little tome of knowledge unlocks and flavor texts for the odd thing here and there. Like it's very Warhammer. And that's the thing. I was round seeing my folks there earlier on today, and I found my old collector's edition of this game, and I was flicking through the art book in it, and like the art that they did, like for all the different classes and factions, it's just fantastic. Like I'd love pieces of it framed and on the wall if I could. The thing that WoW does very good is WoW polishes everything. Like, for all of the things wrong with World of Warcraft, you can go to the farthest ends of the world and you'll not get stuck in anything. And everything will work just as you'll expect it to. If you think you can click on something, you can click on it. It has a click action. The animation is fluid and simple. Everything reacts the way it should. The big feeling with this game is you can get stuck in pretty much everything. You'll find some things that you can click on that don't behave the way other things that you can click on do. All sorts of little things like that. And it's those little details that people generally don't forgive more so than the big stuff. Huzzah! A white loot bag. That was honestly the biggest mistake they made with this game, was they didn't take that extra time to give it the spit and polish. And they tried to rush it out because Blizzard was saying, oh, we're going to release Wrath of the Lich King. They're like, we have to get out ahead of Wrath of the Lich King. And then they launched, and they had a huge amount of problems. And Blizzard was like, yeah, we're going to hold off. We're going to give it a few months to give it spit and polish. Suddenly everybody was like, oh yeah, I'm just going to go back for Wrath of the Lich King now. No, we've got dungeons here too. Look, here's Lost Field. It doesn't work. It's like, you're alright. Which point all the PvP players started leaving because they're like, well, all you're doing is dungeons. Where's all of our PvP stuff? There was a great video done, I think it was called Death of a Game, Warhammer Age of Reckoning. That was a really good watch. And the guy's done a few of them for different MMOs over the years. They're really long-winded, like, you're talking it's maybe an hour or so long. But it's really in-depth and really well thought out. I don't know if this value's right or wrong, because I'm fairly sure that was the same number it was yesterday, right? 168 versus 135. Now, unless that's the maxed out count and it just happens to be maxed out. I don't know. Oh, looks like there's a queue again. Well, I might as well leave that party because there's no point in me sitting queued up with them if I can't get in. Be interesting to see if they can do it this time or not. I don't know if... Have I been involved with a Destro Fort Siege that's worked? One, I think. It was very late night. I'd love them just to change that nurgling. Change it to something that's not a nurgling. Like, quite literally, anything at all. Make it the little blue horror that gets summoned by Indigo Fire of Change if it kills someone. I really don't mind what you change it to, but it just really bugs me that a Zinc sorcerer is conjuring a nurgling. it's just wrong on every single level. I can't even describe how wrong it is. It just it annoys that part of my brain that's all about the lore. And it's just one thing. Like, it's so inconsequential as well. Like, it doesn't harm gameplay. It doesn't. It's not going to attract new players to the game. It's not going to stop people leaving. But every time I see it, it just really bugs me. It would be like going into the Slanesh area of Inevitable City and it's filled with like guys in corn armor. I'd be like, ugh, just stop it. Now, this is the old Sentinel armor set. And I'm fairly sure I've seen a thing recently where it's now Invader is the old Sentinel thing. And apparently the guy who helped like redesign the armor thing and change like the gear progression got a load of shit for it. Because some of the different designs that people liked were more difficult to come by now. And I was just like, I think he's done a great job. Like, so much of the armor was crap. I have no idea where everybody is going or why they're going, but they're going. Which worries me. Look at all those fancy numbers. Let's see if I can knock this guy off. Bye. I always enjoy knocking healers off the wall. Ooh, look at those numbers fly. He's going to the tiny prison. Thank you for standing there and giving me the opportunity to do that. It's the one interesting thing with Gleam Magic and Pandemonium. They're not particularly strong dots, but in unison, if you're not getting healing, they can kill you. Hmm. I wonder if there's any spots. There's one. Join these guys. Well, here we go. Can I get Dissolving Mist back in there? I can! Can I get back out so I don't get burned to death? A bit harder. Let's stand here. This is basically a Magus's job. You basically do what you would call as pressure damage. It's not really going to cause people too many problems, unless they don't bother to deal with it. Oh, here we go. Moment of truth. AoE for days. I'm dead. And we've failed. I always love the inquest after something like that. Because there's one guy there who was like, I was inside the entire time. I was like, uh-huh. Are you trying to say nobody else was? Because I seen a whole heap of dead people. Okay, we have a chosen fighting a raven. Something very meta there.
What now?
To be honest, the forts kind of feel like how the city goes for Order. Because Order seem to be able to get to the city really easily. And Destro seem to be able to get to the forts okay. But neither side seems to be able to win. Order can do the forts. Destro seems to be able to defend the city. I've seen it all now. Apparently Order have access to special potions that makes server disconnect people. Oh, I always love it. It's just, it's so funny. The problem is quite clear. It's Order very coordinated, destruction or not. Like, I don't think it's anything more than that. Like, I would imagine the majority of the warbands here are pug warbands. Like, this one I'm in's a pug warband. What else do I have? I don't really know any of the other names. I don't know if they're guild ones or whether they're pug ones, but I would imagine the majority of them are filled with just people who happen to get in. That went well. Lol. Now the inquest is starting. Oh, I love it. Well, I think that's over. Unfortunately. I don't know. I think the one yesterday was worse. Nope. I'm noping out of that. I honestly think an awful lot of it comes down to uh, coordination and organization. I think in order to it, they've probably got a bunch of really communicative warband leaders that are either talking directly via voice comms or over messages. Destruction always feels like a muddled message. Yeah, and that's the thing that makes all the difference. Like if you're trying to coordinate a fort push, like you need to have um, perfect timing on your main door push and your postern push, and you have to have all the morales going at the right time. And I get the feeling what's happening in Destro is one side's pushing, then the other side's pushing, and then one set of morales goes, and then another set of morales goes, and it just doesn't have the impact. And that's the thing. I think we had a conversation before about like one well-organized warband can take on like a couple of pug ones at a time, and when they're in a dug-in defensive position like they are there for the keep, like it's even more pronounced. I couldn't even tell you what the organized destruction guilds are in this server. Like, the only two names that I've seen quite frequently is Brutality and Omega, and I don't know if they're big, small, or what. Um, Good job to him. I didn't get to my healing potion quick enough.
My regards.
Lag. Thank you. Oh no.
Plunder what soul. Use it well.
91. I need hands and boots, so I'll be able to get one, I think,
Perhaps
tonight.
we can aid each other. Why are you still here? This is your assignment.
Right, what level are we? 63. $29. Oh, you gotta love it. Hey, you got third. This is the thing I like about scoreboards, is you can scroll up and down them and say if you can see anybody you know. Oh, okay. Well, this fight's going poorly for destruction. Yeah, that's pretty much what I've noticed. Like, we always seem to do really well in the cities. Like, I haven't seen a massive one way or the other swing for order in a city siege yet. Did he just intentionally walk through and die in my mist? I think he did. Okay. Whatever works for you. God, I'd love some healing about now. Oh no, they killed Flamey. Those monsters. Thank you. Oh, 29 seconds. Hey, we won. Hey, I was first. With 10 death blows. And the game's crashed. Hooray! Right. Um. So where are we now? 69. Nice. And 50. So we're on our way at least, which is positive. To be honest, Magus and Death Blows are... What's the nicest way to put it? They're usually happy accidents, and it's usually because the last tick of someone's life is either one of the dots or missed.
You bring news.
And I think in that specific scenario, it was mist and firestorm. And it was just killing people who weren't getting heals. Because I can't remember killing... I think I killed a Slayer with Rend Winds. I can't remember any others that I landed a killing blow on with an actual ability. Not that it really matters. Again, it's kind of like what I was saying earlier. Like, most of the Magus skills are pressure damage. It's just forcing someone to do something with it, and if they don't, they probably die. So, that's kind of what the class is, unless you spec it into... Oh god, what's it called? It's like a demonology changing hybrid with the close quarters tactic or whatever it's called now, where your damage is increased when you're at like 25 feet or something like that. And you've got your instant summon demon for another 20% damage. And you're just trying to kill people with demonic lash, infernal blast, and mist. With a little bit of gleam magic to help. I think I found that the other night. And is it Aegis of Orange Fire or Aegis of something Fire? It's like a little boost to your wounds. And I think it gives you like a... On being hit them back for minuscule amount of fire damage or elemental damage or whatever it's called. To be honest, it's something I'm thinking for this guy. Once he gets to sort of renown rank 50 something, um, specking him up for close quarters and quite tanky. Because I don't know whether it's still the case or not, but you could basically solo roam like that back in the day. That's not very nice. Take a stun. What do I get for that? Not bad. Uh-oh. I don't all crowd in at once, lads. Oh well. Wait. Oh yeah, still have to do that one. You know, it was really funny last night, because I played on a little bit after I finished streaming. And there was a noticeable change around about, I forget, was it about midnight or so? Destruction all of a sudden started winning, and Order started losing quite badly across the board. And I don't know whether it's just a case of later in the evening, as sort of other parts of the world start to come online more, the swing is more towards Destro's favour, or whether at that point it was just more destruction people happened to be online, or what, but it was quite noticeable how different it was to how the rest of the day had gone. So it seems kind of time zone specific. But again, if you read the forums seems to suggest that it's all very much chopped up into thirds, and a third of everything Order wins, a third of everything Destruction wins, and a third of everything's just a bit of a muddled mess. Um, which is the really weird thing, because like there's so many of the American streamers I've seen all play Order. So I had assumed that Order was a very sort of American dominated faction. But I might be wrong. Maybe they all love and embrace chaos. In which case, excellent. The bird god needs servants like you. Ah, okay. Go away. It's the fight of the century. That's now been ruined by a warrior priest getting involved. Ah. Damn warrior priests. Ah, okay. I didn't know that. Did not know that.
Do you seek advancement?
I just assumed that there's like a sizable American contingent. Ugh. Oh, he died quick. Oh, I thought my dot was going to finish him off, but he had healing potions. Why is he recovering health? I am really confused. Do NGs have a self-heal? I'm not getting a res. Yeah, well, yes and no. Like, Warhammer's very big in America. Like, it's big around the world, but yeah, there's probably more of it in Europe. But I'd be surprised. I'd be surprised if it wasn't big enough in America to have many over here. Over here? In the game. I need to try and figure out now how that engineer was healing. Bugman's Brew. So they do have a self-heal. Why do NGs get a self-heal? I want a self-heal. Give me a self-heal. I demand a self-heal. Unless one's been added and I just haven't figured it out, but the Magus doesn't have a self-heal. Dun, 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 dun. Like, the closest we have is Aegis of Orange Fire, but that's just a wounds buff.
This old warthog has new tricks.
Ba, 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 ba. Yeah. So it is a heal, but it's like a 60-second cooldown. He was getting heals over and over. It looks like everybody's over in Prague. Scenarios are again taking forever.
Perhaps we can aid each other.
Let's go to Prague for a bit. City of Prague. But not the one that you think.
Raven God calls.
He does.
Gods have tasked.
He usually calls like, Caw, caw, I am the Raven God. Would be hilarious if he actually called like that. Do we find portals? No. Why would we? Dum, dum. The only thing I'm sad about is this guy's rested XP's run out. Up to our keep. Yeah. And that's the thing. You'll generally find in a lot of things like that that giant blobs kind of remove a lot of the tactical decision making from people. So when they have to do it on their own, they just can't. That doesn't mean that they're bad players, it just means that they haven't used that particular line of thinking, so it's alien to them when they're coming up against someone who does it all the time. Is there any good rewards from Land of the Dead, or is it literally just a, you know, renown and Warcrest fest? Oh, there's all the orderlings. There's more orderlings. myself by walking into my mist. Oh, what an idiot. What an idiot. Like, I mean, you can't miss it either. It's a big, big pink cloud. Oh, that's what I mean about Magus getting death blows. It's because people are stupid. Like, a Magus doesn't have much in the way of upfront damage, but if you're going to be stupid enough to walk on, like, no health in the mist. Oh, I know. It was the fact that he died, and he was so intent on getting the vendetta kill against me because I was on low health. And he just walked into it. He had no need to walk into it. I was already dead. I don't know. Idiot's gonna idiot. And that's the thing, like, people are saying I'm being harsh calling him an idiot. Because that guy's killed me a bunch of times on my blackguard. Because he's got the big parry defensive spec thing going. Which is of absolutely no use against a magic dealer at range. And you could tell he had no idea what to do. He was literally just running in. I thought if you ran fastest frame rate, you still seen something pink on the ground. It doesn't look like this. I think it looks a bit like this one, only it's pink. I think. Can I change that on the fly? Fastest frame rate. Yeah, so you still see it. Like, it's pretty much in your face. You can't miss it. My guess is he thought that the warrior priest was going to heal him, and the warrior priest didn't. That's my guess. It's not a brilliant guess, but it's a guess nonetheless. Oh, he's back. He's mad. He specifically came for me there. And then ran straight back into mist again. I just find it so funny. I really do. Ah, thank you. Ah, okay. No, because when I had fastest frame rate on, I could still see the engineer's napalm. Yeah. I'll wait for some napalm to go down and I'll switch the game. And they'll put some down here in a minute because they're pushing a game. Yeah, I'm waiting for them to put some down before I switch it. Ah, there's some. Fastest frame rate. Play. Okay. See? It's still there. I vaguely remember that being a thing back in the original game because they said that they had to show it because it had to be something that you walk into. So many Magus around here. And while I'm enjoying this back and forth stuff, it's stopping me from doing what I really want to do, which is scout. I really am the scoutmaster. Yeah. I didn't know whether it was still a thing or not. All I was able to do with it was theorycraft on the career builder doodah. But it was something that you could run before. And I couldn't see anything to say that it wouldn't be something you could run now. The only thing with it is it doesn't work. It's kind of like, what's the best way to describe it? It's kind of like karate. It's designed for defense more than attack. So if you're rushing in to try and do damage up front, you're going to get yourself killed. But if you sit and you build a wee spot with your flamer and a wee nurgling and some mist, you'll generally be able to see off most people coming to you. Because they'll rush in, they'll attack you, realize they're not getting anywhere, try and run away, and by that stage they're already dead because of your dots. And, you know, that kind of playstyle is very difficult to... It's very difficult to sort of play because it's completely against the run of play of how everything else plays. Everything else is about jumping in and doing damage up front. Oh no, I've been silenced. Well, they all fell for the most obvious trap in history. The problem with the tank proper is it's more about controlling a fight than it is from actually properly having a fight. Which is fine until you get to the point where you just get annihilated by someone who ignores all your defenses. And then it just becomes really annoying because you're standing there and you're not really doing anything. And you're just kind of being left to the end. Like a super crispy chip. But like that's how I played my Blackguard. I played him as super duper tanky. Just simply because I really enjoyed seeing people struggle to kill him. Like, it was great fun. I loved it. And you could take on lots of people at once, and if they were stupid, it's a lot like the Magus's dots. You kill them. Because they're not expecting you to be anything to worry about. Hey, I got Smoky Forelegs. He's gonna be annoyed. Yeah. I can see that. And that's the thing, it's the one thing that this game does very well, is you can have a class that feels very different from one mastery tree to another. Like the Blackguard in its tank spec and in its glaive spec feels like a completely different class. And then you can mix and match the two with a degree of, you know, best of both worlds, but master of neither. Kind of similar with the Magus, like a Havoc Magus is very different to a Changing Magus, which again is very different to a Demonology Magus. Oh, someone's got rank 80. Well done to them. blob for life. Up, up, and away. Yeah. SWTOR was weird though. Like, for the fact that they had basically all of the people working on the PvP side who worked on this game, it never felt quite right. It was like, it felt almost like a parody. And I can't think of any other way to describe it than a parody. Like, it was really, really weird how they did it. Hooray! Hey, first! Gimme! Ah, matchmaking. I was wondering what that meant. Still seems to be everybody's here in Prague. I just need to... That just looks so regimented. Oh, have to refresh my potions. I'll use that one just to get rid of it. Off you go. We'll go south the PvE way and work our way up to get those other scouting quests done. What about now? 84 and 74. So I'm going to try and get to level 37 tonight before I log off. I'm kind of hoping it's not going to take too long. Oh, look, a witch hunter. He's attracted a horse. Ah, hello. Oh, what's this? An Archmage. Oh my god, lag. Why now lag? Why? Why did you hit him after I'd stunned him? And now you're just going to die. Oh god, the lag. Wait, follow me. I hope you're not luring me to my death. Oh my god, I'm gonna try reloading the UI, because this is getting crazy. Yeah. I figured it's your speciality. Oh, Cinderash Wizards. We're back here again. I was here with my doc the other night. Last night? Whatever night it was. Is this the last one? It is the last one. He's mad. I have encountered a flamer of Zinch. Have I? Have I, game? What's this? I've won a lesser loot bag. Hooray! I always love that. You can only ever encounter something because because you've killed it. It's like you've encountered this thing that you've been summoning for the last 30 levels. Like you learned to drive 20 years ago. You've been driving ever since, and then you have a car accident. You've encountered a car. Do do. Ah, I'm fairly sure. Isn't there one of the dungeons up here? Like north from here, was it? Oh, okay. Do 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 do. Gents. Good old tab targeting working there. I do approve of killing all these Empire people. There's even witch hunters in here. Told you, they're everywhere. And apparently not attack. What? These guys are attackable. But not the other guys who are red. Oh, these are champions, that's why. Oops. This should do it, I would think. Huzzah! 37. Thank you, kind sir. A greater loot bag for my trouble. Yeah, it's a really quick way to go. And it's not too much of a bother either because his renown rank's so far ahead anyway. It's not like the Disciple of Cain where he's really far behind. Will he give up first, or will he die first? He died first. Oh. He didn't learn his lesson. Silly NPC. I shall bite you with my disc. Nom noms. Oh, really? Ah! Oh, I didn't realize you could buy potions with the PvE tokens. Learn something new every day. Excellent. Lol. Alright. I've now got 112 war tokens. Didn't even know I had that many. Still can't believe that another scenario hasn't popped. It's crazy, considering the rate that they were going at just the other day. But this is the thing, like, a lot of people had been saying, oh, I don't get scenarios popping at all. And like I was saying at the time, I was like, well, they're popping all the time for me. So maybe it's just like a bug where you just get dropped down the priority list or something like that, or you don't get sent through to it or something. There's probably some reason. Right. Let's see if I can go and buy some more of my Conqueror stuff. I'll have to check actually to see if I've got anything for week 39. I do. Yeah, probably. We'll see how it goes over the next few nights anyway. Although my hope is I'll have this guy at 40 probably by Friday. even if it's as slow as it is at the minute. All it really needs is a night like we had, was it Friday? Thursday? Or there night? Thursday. I wasn't here on Friday. Thursday night where the renown was just flying along, as was the XP. I have 184. And I'm going to get the gloves. So I just need to get myself, what's that, 37 more, and then I can buy the last piece. And then after Conqueror, it's something.
Get a stipple.
What can I do for you?
Change me
This one? Maybe it's that one. Oppressor, I think's the next one.
I have many fine.
What's Vanquisher? No, because it's around about the same level. Maybe Vanquisher and Oppressor are the same
What do you need?
level.
I have many fine goods.
That one seems to be quite defensive orientated. This one damage orientated. A flat damage boost is quite nice. As is that clarity. That's Vanquisher seems the better set of the two. Like reducing AP cost, magic crit and a flat damage boost certainly seems to be the thing. What's that? Sentinel Soul. And gold. What's a Sentinel Soul? Is that what you get from the dungeons these days in lieu of gear? Oh, okay. See, that's got the AP reduction thing as well. I'm kind of keen. Increase your movement speed. Jolt the target. On being hit, 10% chance to increase wounds. Wow. That's pretty good. That one's better. Yeah, I don't know why you'd pick anyone other than that one. That one looks to be the best by far. Demon Rend. Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah. Like, its stats are good. Like, the two stats that you're always looking for as a Magus is intelligence and wounds. But the fact that it's going to give you a chance to increase your wounds, which is basically a little mini heal, and then also going to give you a chance to restore action points. Like, it's two things that you want, survivability and action economy. Like, I don't know why you would pick any of the other staves. Like, even as a snipe and havoc magus, that's perfect. Changing even more so because you're doing more hits. Like, you think that's a chance every time Rend Winds hits, and Rend Wind hits 3 times. And you can spam it. So you're going to get probably... Oh, it's on being hit. Okay. That's slightly different. Even still, like, if a witch hunter jumps you, you're getting hit, what, 4 or 5 times due to their attack speed. Victorious armor. What's victorious armor? What's at home? 68. Oh, that all seems to be very
Pleasure doing business.
defense oriented, ranked. Lineaments.
Fire sale.
Triumphant armor. Intelligence wins. Chance for just cost next spell to use. That's nice. That's basically the set bonuses from Oppressor. Whatever the other one was called over there. With then the extra one on top. Yeah. Love it. Stuff to look forward to once he levels up. And that's the thing. It's the weird thing going from Devastators to Annihilator to Conquer, or the scenario equivalents of it. Because for the Blackguard, the equivalent of Annihilator, I can't remember its name now, in the middle, you lost all of those unique things like on hit, chance to taunt, and stuff like that. Which is amazing. In favour of like +1 to Path of Suffering. And I think it was the same on Magus. And I know it was the same in the Zealot. I can't remember what the Witch Elf had, but I'm going to say it was probably the same for her. But it just seems weird that there's that gap in the middle at that point, especially since that point's probably the one point in the game where people are at their lowest ebb in tier 4. It's weird at that point they get punished. So I'm not really sure why, but yeah. Let's see. I think all the Conquer stuff's really expensive. Yeah. It's really weird. Conquer is really expensive, but the scenario equivalent's not. The scenario equivalent's dead cheap. Even for the classes where it's better. Oh yeah, 100%. Like, if this was still the old way that you got armor, you'd probably find there'd be an awful lot of people clamoring for Lost Veil to be in the game already. Right. Well, I'm going to call it there, guys. We've got the 37 tonight, thanks to the helpful intervention of Mr. Pear. And we're going to come back to it again tomorrow night and see if we can get on the road to 40 with this guy. It should hopefully be quite fun. But thank you all for watching this evening. Hopefully enjoy the rest of your night. Hopefully you have a nice easy Monday tomorrow. I think my day's going to be filled with meetings, so that's going to be fun. If you're new to the channel, please drop a follow on it. It's really helpful, and we've had a lot of really nice people just following it over the last few days. So thank you very much to them as well. But again, I'll see you tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. Hopefully we'll get some more fun RVR done. But until then, enjoy the rest of your night. Have a nice easy day tomorrow, and I'll see you then. Good night. Bye.